Hello my dear friends, and welcome back to another Star Wars news update. In today's video we're going to be talking about Tales of the Jedi, the Acolyte, and more. So without much further ado, and without any more jibber jabber, let's dive straight into it. We begin with Tales of the Jedi, and we're going to be focusing on Count Dooku and Yaddle, and a fan theory that I've got that Count Dooku may have been the reason that Yaddle later left the Jedi Order. Now, I have made tons of videos about her in the past, and one in particular is along similar lines, but that theory stated that Grogu was the reason that Yaddle left. This one is slightly different, but go check that one out if you're interested, but otherwise, let's dive straight into this theory. Now, it all starts with the celebration trailer for Tales of the Jedi. Now, in that trailer, we see Yaddle getting up to battle what looks to be Count Dooku, but bear in mind, that was when he was still a Jedi, so this is all pre-Phantom Menace, so obviously both characters survive that duel, and Yaddle doesn't leave the Jedi Order until sometime after episode 1, but the seeds of why she left could be teased in that duel, and I want to go through that now. In the decades leading up to the Clone Wars, there was a lot of hidden turmoil in the Jedi Order. In fact, before the Phantom Menace, a Jedi named Rael Averross was allowed into the Order at 5 years old, and he was trained to knighthood by Count Dooku. Later, he was part of a messy situation that killed his Padawan. Officially, Averross got cleared of any wrongdoing, but his actions proved that accepting Averross into the Jedi Order was a bad idea. Then, the Jedi Council decided to do the same thing with Anakin Skywalker, who was 9 years old. On top of that, Dooku walked away from the Order, Qui-Gon died, and the Sith reappeared. All of that had the feeling that something was off, and Tales of the Jedi might show us that years before any of this, Jedi Master Yaddle sensed that something was wrong and something big was coming. So she pulled out before things went too far downhill. The question then is, why would Yaddle abandon her commitment to the Jedi? In legend, she died on a mission to Mauan before the events of Attack of the Clones, but in canon, she's still alive, but we don't know why she left before episode 2. What Tales of the Jedi could show us is that the only answer is she had reason to believe the Jedi Order was in the wrong. She might have felt disillusioned with it, and as I said, there could be proof of that in the upcoming show. We see Yaddle very briefly in the Tales of the Jedi trailer, and she does seem to fight Dooku when he's still a Jedi. Maybe it's possible that during their duel, Count Dooku tells her something about the Jedi Order. A few years later, when she began to sense the coming darkness of the Clone Wars, she accepted that Dooku may have been right, and that could explain why she left. Of course, we're gonna have to wait for Tales of the Jedi to drop to really know for sure, but it seems as though her encounter with Count Dooku at this very early stage, before even episode 1, could explain what happened to her. Jedi Master Yaddle is one of the most mysterious characters ever to appear in Star Wars, and she's recently seen a resurgence in popularity since Grogu first appeared in The Mandalorian. We only have 3 Yoda species in canon that have appeared on screen, and given a possible connection to Grogu, interest in Yaddle is only going to carry on increasing until we get answers. She's only appeared on screen once before in The Phantom Menace, and even that was by accident. Concept artist Ian McCrae designed drawings of a young Yoda. In the end, because George Lucas deemed it inappropriate to use as Yoda, they created a female member of the species. At 477 years old, Yaddle was only half of Yoda's age, but she was still one of the most respected Jedi in the Order. Her departure, whatever the reason, is probably not something that was taken lightly. She was patient and kind, and many Jedi across the years sought out her wisdom, but she disappeared after the Phantom Menace, and as Star Wars fans, we do need an official explanation. Now, before we move on to our next topic, if you are interested in more Yaddle, most recently I did a video about her orange lightsaber, one of the rarest in the Order. If you're interested in that video, then you can click the link on the screen. So now, my dear friends, a follow-up on the Acolyte update from the other day, and how Amandla Stenberg is now officially confirmed to be in the show. Well, she's now shared her excitement about joining the franchise, and this is her first official statement on the issue. Let's dive into it. After months of rumours, reports, and speculation, actor Amandla Stenberg confirmed this past weekend that they were joining the galaxy far, far away to star in the Acolyte, which finally offered the actor the opportunity to open up about their love for the franchise. And oh my goodness, it was so great to hear how much they love Star Wars. Amandla in many ways is one of us. Given how long ago initial reports about their involvement was revealed, Stenberg admits they've had months to devote to the franchise and to immerse themselves in all corners of Star Wars lore. Speaking to Dan of Geek, Stenberg said the following: "I'm so excited, oh my god, I've been on the edge of my seat for months. I've been attached for a long time, so my whole life is Star Wars. When I wake up I think about Star Wars. I love Star Wars before I go to sleep. I read Star Wars, I listen to Star Wars podcasts, so my whole life has been transformed to being dedicated to this one universe, which is actually really fun and liberating. So to get to finally share it with the people that love this universe so much, especially because they contribute so much to it." When speaking about the reveal of her casting, Stenberg recalled, "Well, when the Star Wars folks found out I was coming to Comic-Con, they were like, well, I think it's time we're going to unleash you upon the world. And I really hope generally she's welcomed with open arms. I watched the Den of Geek interview on YouTube and I've got to say, I love her already. Her energy is infectious and she's just got this love and passion for Star Wars that is quite rare with these actors. Oftentimes they will fall in love with the franchise after they've known their character so well. But in her case, she's going into the series being a diehard, going all in on reading up about Star Wars lore, reading the books, the comics, listening to Star Wars fans via podcasts, and so on. So there is so much to love about Amandla already. I can't wait to see her in the show." And speaking of the Acolyte, my dear friends, we have some news from behind the scenes. James' friend is confirmed to be the cinematographer on 2 episodes of the show. Right now that doesn't mean too much, but it does tell us that things are ramping up for the series. As we know, the show is in pre-production in Shinfield Studios in Reading, England. James' friend has quite an impressive filmography. He worked on The Musketeers, Silent Witness, at Lucasfilm he's also working on 2 episodes of Willow, and now we have confirmation that he is the cinematographer on Season 1, Episodes 3 and 4 of The Acolyte. And by the sounds of things, with a bit of luck, the series might release next year. I've heard a lot of folks say 2024, but it could make an end of year 2023 release date if things go smoothly. You've got to bear in mind that next year was supposed to be our film year, but given that Rogue Squadron was pushed back indefinitely and Taika Waititi's movie is nowhere near beginning production, it's going to be a while until we have an official cinematic Star Wars release, so it is possible they're going to double down on the series for next year. We already know about The Mandalorian Season 3 and the Ahsoka show, Vision Season 2, but we might also get The Acolyte, fingers crossed. And so finally, my dear friends, after Obi-Wan broke Star Wars records, The Mandalorian is still on top. According to new data from Nielsen, The Mandalorian still remains Disney Plus's most viewed series. Data for the first 4 episodes of Obi-Wan Kenobi showed that the series collected 3.3 billion minutes of viewership in the US, while the first 4 episodes of The Mandalorian Season 1 collected 2.2 billion minutes, with only half the amount of current Disney Plus subscribers. So unsurprisingly, despite success with the Book of Boba Fett and the Kenobi series, it's The Mandalorian that remains Disney Plus's most valuable asset. And knowing this, I'm sure a lot more was put into Season 3. I can't wait. And with that said, my dear friends, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below of everything we spoke about. What do you think of the Yaddle theory? Are you excited for the Acolyte? Why so or why not? If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give me a big fat thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and a huge welcome if you are. And if you're hungry for more Mandalorian content, then click the link down there in the description or click the join button and become a member. You get regular access to videos that are not found here on YouTube. But until the next one, guys, may the Force be with you always. I'm Star Wars Meg. Have a good one.